you'll see that person's number and you're like, click. You have to think positively. Thank God that you're alive, that you're awake, that you're breathing. But I will get there soon. We are living for the present. It's a present. You need to appreciate it. How about we focus on being around people that are positive? And welcome to Life with Mare. In today's video, I have some real talk for you guys. I'm going to be sharing with you guys 5 tips for you to stay positive, how to be a positive person. So there are many different kinds of people in this world, let me tell you. And I want to say that the majority of them, or the majority of the people that I have come across, are very negative. And it's sad to say, but those negative people really try their best and they work hard at bringing you down to make you become a negative person. When somebody senses that you're positive, that you're happy, that you're a go-getter, that you strive to do what you want to do, they always try to attack you. They'll try to bring you down to make themselves feel better. And it's a known fact. It goes right to when you're a child. All the bullying. The bullies are there. Why? Because something deep inside of them is not happy. They're not happy about themselves. And they go towards others that they see happy, content, bringing them down, making them feel low so that they can feel high. So I consider myself a pretty positive person. I'm all about being positive, having a positive mindset, thinking positive, speaking positive, and sharing my positive knowledge with my family and friends. So I think that a very important thing when trying to be positive is to speak positive words, especially towards yourself and towards others. It's very easy to tell yourself, I'm not good enough. I'm not beautiful. I'm not pretty. I can't do that. I'm never going to be able to do this. Why can't I do it? It's very easy to tell yourself that. You look on social media, for example, and you're seeing all these people doing all these things, going all these places, having all this money, having houses. And what do? You feel bad about yourself. You start thinking, and the thoughts start going through your head over and over and over. And you start to doubt yourself. You start to think, I'm never going to have what they have. I'm never going to be anything. I'm never going to amount to anybody. And my life sucks. And there's a lot of people in this world that think that way because they keep comparing themselves. So you have to change that. You have to think positively. You know what? Everybody's on their own path in life. They're definitely on their own path. They have their own route as to what they're planning to do. So you cannot compare to other people. For example, I wake up in the morning each and every day and I thank God. Whether you're religious or not, you can thank whoever you pray to or you don't pray to, but just thank Lord, thank God that you're alive, that you're awake, that you're breathing, that you have food, you have shelter, right? Each and every day. That's another thing in order to stay positive. You need to not only talk positively, you need to think positively, and you need to appreciate what you have. If you're always saying, I don't have this, I don't have that, oh, but they have this, and you're never going to be happy. You're never going to stay positive. You need to be thankful for what you have, because remember, there's always people out there that are in worse positions than you. And I always tell my kids that if they don't want to eat their dinner, guess what I'm telling them? You know what? There are children in this world that would love to eat that last spoonful of rice that you have sitting there on your plate that you're complaining about, that you don't want to eat. Trust me, there are children like that. And when I tell them that, they sort of think, they're like, you know what, I think mom's right. Maybe we should eat this. We should be grateful that we have this. Maybe sometimes I don't do a home cooked meal. I'm not going to cook every day. It's a lot of work between a full-time job, doing YouTube, taking care of 3 kids, taking care of the house. It is a lot of work. So yeah, they're gonna get a TV dinner. They're gonna get a frozen Michelinas. They're gonna have to make scrambled eggs for themselves. And you know what? They need to learn just to be grateful that they have that. It might not be the healthiest, it might not be the best choice, but they have that food. So being grateful for what you have is the second thing you need to do. Going back to the first thought of self-talk, thinking positively, talking positively. I know it sounds crazy at times, but I'm a true believer of self-talk. You have to talk yourself into believing what you're thinking. If you're thinking, for example, I am never gonna get to 100 subscribers on YouTube, guess what? You're never gonna get to 1,000. If you think, however, I'm not at 1,000 subscribers yet, like she is or he is, but I will get there soon. I will get there, and this is how I'm gonna do it. Set out a plan, write it down, think it, do it, act upon it, and it will happen. If you keep saying, I'm never gonna do this, I can't do that, it's never gonna happen for you. I tell the kids in my class, now I teach kindergarten, they start at 3 to 6 years old in SK, senior kindergarten. And the amount of negativity that I see coming out from these children makes my heart break, because they're getting it from, obviously, from their parents or other people that they have in their lives. And it's really sad, actually, because we need to teach them that growth mindset. It's definitely a lesson that we teach them, and I try to teach them that throughout the year as well, that even though they can't do something yet, they will be able to do it. So they might see somebody drawing really well and say, oh, I can't draw like that, I draw like this. Yeah, but guess what? You can't draw like that yet, but you will. And how will you do it? Practice. Keep practicing, keep watching tutorials how to draw, keep going at it, asking the person, how do they draw like that? You just have to keep doing it. And you might think that this is only something that children have to work on, but it's actually something that a lot of adults still have not mastered. And they're constantly negative, telling themselves negative things. They can't do this, they won't do this. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh, I'm so fed up. And you know what? That kind of life is just so negative, and that's not the kind of life you want to live. So that's definitely something you need to cut out in order to be positive. Another thing that I think is very important when it comes to being positive is to not worry about things that have not come yet. So a lot of times we hear things, we assume things, and we start to worry. We start to panic. Oh, I had to take a test at the doctor. They didn't call me yet. Oh my gosh, is something wrong? And we start to let it really get to our heads, and we start thinking really negatively. All the worst possible things in our minds start to go through our head. And I'm definitely guilty of that. I mean, the doctor called me one time to tell me the results of a test, and every possible thing was running through my mind. I thought that it was the worst, and it ended up not being the worst, but because I kept thinking it, I kept thinking negatively that it's gonna be the worst. I'm gonna have this, I'm gonna have to go through this. Then, I mean, you're setting yourself up for disaster, for stress first and foremost, which is definitely not going to help you become positive, because that stress is just going to linger in you, and it's going to cause all these other physical ailments in your body, and you're not going to feel good at all. How can you be positive if you feel bad, you feel negatively? So you definitely have to stop worrying about things that are not happening. If something were to arise in your life and you had to tackle it, you had to deal with it at that current moment, then you can worry, you can think, try to find a solution for it rather than worry. Actually think, what am I going to do? How am I going to solve this? How am I going to fix it if possible? That's what you need to do. Talking along the lines of being sick as well, I know a lot of women especially are prone to doing this. Some of the women in my lives actually, and I do this also. I'm trying not to do it too much. You know, you get a symptom of something, especially with COVID right now. I mean, you get a symptom, and what are you doing? You're picking up your phone and you're typing it in. Oh my gosh, okay, so diarrhea and vomiting is a sign of COVID. Oh my gosh, wait, it's also a sign of an ulcer. Hold on, it's also a sign of cancer. I mean, who's guilty of that? Tell me honestly, because I know I'm guilty of that. I mean, even headaches. I'll look up chronic headaches, which I get, and there's 1,000,001 things that headaches can be led to. And it's crazy because we start to train ourselves to just keep thinking all these negative thoughts. And I don't know if it's just human nature to go that route and to think that way, but we need to stop it. We need to put an end to it and to not think so negatively, because it's just not going to get us anywhere. So definitely, if you want to be a positive person, you need to definitely cut that out. Stop worrying about things that are not here in front of you at this current moment. We are living for the present. It's a present. You need to appreciate it. You need to enjoy it, and you need to stop worrying about it. Definitely don't worry about the past. That's another thing. That's number 4. In order to stay positive, you need to stop thinking about the past. The past is something that is behind you. That's why it's called the past. Why bring it up? Why discuss it? Why talk about it? It's gone. Unless it's something that's really, really lingering and it's been bothering you, it's at the back of your mind, and it's really just, it's eating away at you, then definitely bring it up and try to find a solution to it. But if you're bringing it up just to either argue, to either feel bad about yourself, to either be sad and to have a pity party, then definitely put it back where it was, because it's definitely not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to make you feel positive. It's not going to make you feel good. And I know that from experience. I held on to the past for so long. There's so many people in this world that hold on to grudges and they do not let it go. And it does not lead to anything but hatred and anger, sadness, resentment. How are you supposed to be positive? How are you supposed to live happily if you're living in the past and you're thinking of all these horrible things that may or may not have happened to you in the past, that people may have done to you? It's just not the way to live. So how I see it is, in order to be positive, you got to live in the present, enjoy it. And you can also not only live in the present, but look to the future. Look to the future and look forward to it. Think and plan of what you want to see happen in the future. Don't just wish it. Oh, I wish I had $1 million. I also wish I had a big, huge house. And you're not going to get anywhere like that. You need to put your plan in place. You need to think. You need to write, and you need to do. Take action, even if it's little tiny steps. I'm not saying you got to go out and like save $100,000 in one day in order to get, you know, the car that you want or whatever it may be. But just take little steps each and every day. And that's definitely something that's going to help you to stay positive. So another way to become a positive person and to think more positively is, as hard as it may be, is to eliminate people in your life that are negative. If someone in your life is bringing you down, is negative, you need to just cut them out. I know it's hard. It's definitely hard. It may be your best friend that you've known since you were a child. It might be, you know, your neighbor that you see every single day. It might be your cousin that you grew up playing with. It might even be a parent who's just bringing you down from when you were born till now. But it's really, really hard, but it has to get done, because if you keep that person in your life, there's just nothing good that's gonna come from it. If they're not benefiting your life in any way, if you're just talking to them and all they're doing is complaining, talking about problems, I mean, who wants to hear that? Honestly, who wants to hear that? I don't wanna hear that. If somebody calls me, I want them to ask, how are you doing? How's everything going? How's the family? How's the kids? How's your YouTube channel doing? How are you guys dealing with COVID? Are you guys okay? How's everything? That's what I want to hear at this point in time with the pandemic. I don't want to hear, oh my gosh, I don't have enough money to pay my phone bill. Oh my gosh, do you know what Sally said to me yesterday? Or, oh my gosh, I hate my job. I honestly hate it. Do you know how many people hate it too? Who wants to hear that? Honestly, call me, text me, tell me something positive. I don't want to hear your problems. I don't want to hear your negativity. I don't want to hear your negativity towards me, towards my family, and I don't want to hear your negativity about your life. Because honestly, hearing that, it starts getting to you. Believe it or not, you might hear it once and be like, you know what, I'm going to help this person. I'm going to help them out 2 times, 3 times, 10 times. And it just keeps going on, and it becomes a vicious cycle. It's almost like you're gonna be picking up that phone and you're gonna be expecting it. And it's just gonna bother you. It's gonna bother you each and every time, more and more, to the point where it's like, you'll see that person's number and you're like, click, I ain't answering that. Trust me, I know from experience. And it's not a good feeling inside, especially if it's someone close to you. But everyone has their own life to live. And if someone is stopping you from enjoying your life, from doing what you want to do, from being happy and living that positive life that you want, that you strive for, that you've been making an effort every single day to do, why are they there? Why are they there? Because they have that label of friend, sister, brother, mother. It's a label. It's family. I get it. Family over everything. But if that family member or that friend, that BFF, is bringing you down, I don't see the point of it. I honestly don't. So instead, How about we focus on being around people that are positive, people that encourage you, people that motivate you, people that want the best for you and your family, not people that are jealous or look down upon you or question the things you do. That's not somebody that's positive. That's not somebody that's benefiting your life at all. It's definitely not helping out. And it's sad to say, but I want to say the majority of people are like that. More so women, I find, and I don't want to be stereotypical or sexist in any way, but just being a woman myself, I mean, growing up, I had guy friends and it was just easier, I find. I mean, they didn't judge. They didn't like compare. When you did something good, they were happy for you. They were, I mean, they're so happy. They're excited. They praised what you did. I mean, you tell girls, you know, oh, guess what? I got into like a modeling agency, or, oh, you did? Oh, wow. That's good for you. Like, come on, man. I don't need to hear that. This is not a real example. I'm just saying, but like, it's like we're not happy for each other. Why? Why not be happy? Like, this is a whole nother video about, you know, how women treat each other. And it's just sad. We should not be compared. We should not be comparing ourselves to anybody. Like I said in the beginning, everybody's on their own path, their own journey, and their own route in life. Everyone's got a story basically to write. And it's a different story each and every time. So nobody has the right to bring you down. Nobody has the right to tell you what you're doing in your life is wrong. Unless, of course, you are doing something really bad, which you shouldn't be doing. But if you're living a positive life and you're trying to live happily and have a happy, positive outlook on life, there should not be anybody in your life that's bringing you down. And as sad as it is to say, you definitely need to cut that person out, or even just minimize the amount of times that you see or socialize with that person, because it definitely will get to you. And if you have a family like I myself have, it definitely will get to your children as well. And it's just a vicious cycle that will not end. So it's definitely something you need to do if you want to be a positive person and live a positive life. So I've given you quite a few tips now, guys, some of the things that I do in order to stay positive. And I'm not perfect. I'm not positive all the time. There are times when I am downright negative and bring myself down, and it happens. It definitely happens. And I'm not going to lie and say that I'm not negative. I'm always positive. I'm always happy. No, it ain't true. Because you could ask my kids. They'll tell you if I bring them down here. I'm definitely grumpy sometimes. I'm definitely not happy. I'm definitely negative. And it happens. We're human beings. But the fact of the matter is that you try. You try your very best. Like I said, you wake up early in the morning. Okay, it doesn't have to be early, but I wake up early. And you just say to yourself, like, thank you. Thank you that I'm alive today. What am I doing today? What great things am I going to do today? Even if it's getting something small accomplished. Even if it's organizing your sock drawer, cooking yourself a good meal, giving yourself a nice blow dry. Anything it is, be happy about it. Be positive that you have a new day, you have life, you need to enjoy it, you need to live fully, and you need to live positively. And that's the message that I'm trying to get across. And if we slip up, we make mistakes, we're negative again, we're back to square one, just remember, get back up again. Like the song in Trolls, get back up again. I love that song. My kids do too. Just get back up again and try again, and to think positively, and trust me, you will get it. It will come with practice. It's something that doesn't happen overnight. You definitely have to practice it and just keep working at it. One thing at a time, each and every day. Try to say something positive. Say something positive to yourself. Look in that mirror and say, wow, you're dang beautiful. Say, wow, you are smart. Sounds crazy, right? But trust me, you keep saying it, you keep thinking it, it's gonna happen for you. So I hope that you guys took something with you today after me rambling on. This is definitely a different video for me, but I want to do more videos like this, some real talk conversations. If you guys have any ideas, any suggestions, what you would like me to talk about, whether it's being more positive, whether it's more quotes, just let me know, and I'll be more than grateful to share my experience with you, to share my knowledge. I'm not a professional psychologist or anything like that, but I definitely do have some life experience that I'm more than willing to share with you all. haul. So just definitely let me know down in the comments below what else you would like for me to have some real talk conversation with you guys about, and I will definitely look into it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this, and like I said, I hope that you take something back with you today about how to be positive. And if you did, just give a big thumbs up to this video, hit that subscribe button if you have not already, and I hope to see you guys in another video. Take care, guys.